Now, your forecast first, sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us early on your Saturday morning. A gorgeous start to the weekend as high pressure is bringing clear skies across central Illinois with pretty calm temperatures right now, but we are going to be staying a little bit below average into the low 80s, so a pretty comfortable day is in store. We're staying clear, less humidity, and a very nice weekend overall. I will have all the details on that gorgeous forecast coming up. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
We're standing up to make sure that even our own community knows that gun violence must stop.
Protesters gathered outside the Champaign Police Department. What changes they want to see made. Plus, crews spent an hour putting out a house fire in Danville. What we know so far. And the state hit a milestone for mail-in ballot applications. What officials want you to do before Election Day.
You're watching your local news leader. This is The Morning Show on WCIA 3 News.
Thanks for joining us this Saturday morning. I'm Jamie Mays. Here's a look at today's top stories. Protesters gathered outside the Champaign Police Department, then walked to U of I's campus to continue their quest for change. The Champaign County Anti-Racist Coalition organized the protest. They ended up at Alma Mater, where they draped Alma with signs that had their demands. The group is fighting for police reform. They also wanted to bring awareness to domestic violence. One of the organizers says they chose to start at the police station because they want to see more of the resources police get go to social services.
We're still being killed and we're still being murdered and nothing's happening. And so now we're amplifying our voices even more particularly in Champaign-Urbana, where we had more recently gun violence in our community. So we're standing up to make sure that even our own community knows that gun violence must stop.
The group had a police escort as they marched from the police station to campus. And crews spent an hour putting out a fire in Danville. They were called out to the area of Harmon and Clay around 9 last night. The fire started near the rear of a house. There is severe damage to the entire home. The person who lives there was home, but nobody was hurt. Investigators are figuring out the cause of that fire. And from your local election headquarters, the state hit a major milestone for the number of mail-in ballot applications, and August isn't even over yet. The State Board of Elections says 1 million voters have already applied for their ballots. Election officials are expecting even more to come in, and they want people to get their applications in early so the system is not overwhelmed by the number of people applying.
That's huge. Normally we do about 8.5% by mail in Sangamon County. It's not the primary focus of Sangamon County's voting. And I've got requests today that's double the amount of that. You know, that's pretty extraordinary.
While the applications have already been filed, the ballots themselves won't be sent until September 24th.
All right, well, a quick look at your satellite and radar right now across central Illinois, where we're seeing clear skies as high pressure is developing. Now, a few of us did see a few bits of scattered showers early on this morning, but now, again, as high pressure is developing, we are very clear. Now, temperatures today right now are into the 70s, but we are going to be staying on the warmer side here in the next few hours. So 73 right now in Champaign, 72 in Danville, mid-70s in Mattoon, also in Decatur there. Now, the humidity is going to be a lot less compared to the past few days. Dew point right now, reading the amount of moisture into the areas, mainly into the upper 60s, so still a little bit humid outside, but not in the miserable category like it was for the entirety of this last work week. So much more comfortable weekend ahead. Again, temperatures right now are into the 70s. We're going to continue to climb over the next few hours here. So at 10 a.m., 11, and also noon, we're going to be in the upper 70s. And then finally around lunch hour, we are going to be into the low 70s. But again, much more calm and comfortable compared to the last few days. Now, as we go into the early afternoons, low 80s for us at 82 degrees, so still not bad, a few degrees below average for this time of year. And again, tonight we are going to be on the cooler side. That cold front that came in last night is really doing us some favors, so we are going to be staying calm and comfortable not only for today but tomorrow as well. Jamie.
All right, Amelia, so it's not quite as hot as it was last week, less humidity, which I love.
Which is great. The hair is going to be a little bit on the calmer side this weekend, so great.
Good. Thanks, Amelia. And one college is helping students access a computer and internet this semester. WCIA3's Demi Ramirez is with us. So, Demi, what can you tell me about this Loanable Technology program?
Jamie, the Loanable Technology program is offered through Danville Area Community College. They are offering students in need the chance to access a computer or internet. This program started in March when DACC was forced to shut down because of COVID-19. Over 190 computers are available for students. Students can loan hotspots, headphones, flash drives, whatever they might need to get their work done from home. One person we spoke to says this opportunity means so much to students.
We realized a lot of students didn't have the technology at home to be able to transition to online quickly and or either at all. And so they were calling us, and we collected as many laptops that we had on campus in our different offices, and we were able to loan those out to students.
13 laptops have already been loaned out. Students can go to our website for more information on how to get equipment. DAC also says the technology must be returned at the end of the semester, but students can apply to keep it through the end of the spring semester if it is needed.
Thanks, Demi. And a man is facing murder charges after a deadly shooting in Springfield earlier this month. It happened outside Wet Bar on South 5th Street. Police say 32-year-old Darius Jones was killed. 26-year-old Jonathan Austin is charged with murder. He's in custody at the Sangamon County Jail on $5 million bond. And the cause of deaths of the 2 Iroquois County Jail inmates remains a mystery. 24-year-old Andre Maiden and 47-year-old Jason Fancher were found unresponsive at the jail this week. The Champaign County Coroner's Office released no information on the death of Jason Fancher. The Iroquois County Coroner did rule out physical injury as a possible cause of death for Maiden, but would not say if they believe Maiden's death was intentional or unintentional. Right now, they're waiting on results of the toxicology reports to get more information. And more deputies from the Champaign County Sheriff's Office will be patrolling today. It's part of Saturation Saturday. They will be specifically looking for drunk drivers. They want to send the message, drive sober or get pulled over.
Across Illinois, and I believe New York State as well now, is law enforcement is coming together throughout the state and saying, we cannot put up with DUI enforcement because it's hurting lives. So we need to make this stand and make sure our community is a safe place.
This is the first time the Sheriff's Office has participated in Saturation Saturday. And up next, a former Mattoon police officer is telling others about his experience on the job, how he's trying to bridge the gap between the public and law enforcement.
WCIA3 News is sponsored by Ashley Home Store of Champaign.
Inman Place in downtown Champaign is now hosting in-person tours. Inman Place offers beautiful apartments, furnished and unfurnished, and a move-in special that can't be beat. Inman Place, voted best senior independent living in Champaign. Schedule your in-person tour today.
Get out of town with a getaway to amazing Arcola. Aikman Wildlife Adventure, an animal sanctuary, drive-through park, and petting zoo with up-close encounters with amazing animals. Must do, must see, amazing Arcola. Make it a weekend getaway. The Best Western Plus Arcola, a hotel and convention center with handcrafted Amish furniture in the rooms, picturesque views of the prairie, free hot breakfast, and indoor pool. The best hotel in Amish country of Illinois, the Best Western Plus in amazing Arcola.
Many things can derail your harvest, costing you money. Bad weather, equipment breakdown, on-track farming may be your solution. With new technology and equipment, harvest is fast and easy. Call Matt Berkey to see if you can benefit from a custom harvester.
Spirit Glass Memorials, a beautiful way to celebrate a lost loved one. Artistry and imagination merge, creating a one-of-a-kind memorial, fusing creativity and spirit into a lovingly designed work of art. Eternal love memorialized. Spirit Glass Memorials from Prairie Fire Glass.
Join the Confidence Club with Edelman Electric Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Refrigeration and get year-round peace of mind, knowing that your home's core systems are working properly. With the Confidence Club, you get 2 yearly inspections, priority service, a repair discount of up to 20%, plus we'll waive the overtime fee. All this and much more for one low monthly rate. Learn more about how the Confidence Club can benefit you at EdelmanInc.com. Make things easy. Call Edelman.
The Viewers Club is on the news at 9 on X49. Don't miss your chance to win $100 with your Viewers Club card. Watch the news at 9 on X49 to win.
Inman Place in downtown Champaign is now hosting in-person tours. Inman Place offers beautiful apartments, furnished and unfurnished, and a move-in special that can't be beat. Inman Place, voted best senior independent living in Champaign. Schedule your in-person tour today.
Live from your local news leader, Jamie Mays, and Central Illinois' most accurate forecast with Amelia Henderson. You're watching The Morning Show on WCIA 3.
I started writing things down that bothered me about the job.
When a former Mattoon police officer decided to write down his feelings about his job, he didn't realize it would turn into a whole book. David Vanderpoort is hoping he can give people an inside look at what the job is like and how it negatively affects the officers behind the badge. WCIA 3's Andy Olson has more.
David Vanderpoort was with Mattoon Police for 14 years and with the Coles County Sheriff's Office for 6 years before that. He knows the ins and outs of life as an officer. In his new book, he wants to bridge the gap between the public and what they have to go through every day.
I had an injury on the job that forced me into disability. So I started writing things down that bothered me about the job, that I loved about the job, just everything.
Vanderpoort says PTSD is commonly found in officers after years of intense calls, and sometimes the public can be unsympathetic to that. But he also calls on police departments to do a better job of caring for the mental health of officers, and he thinks mandatory counseling could go a long way.
We do firearms training twice a year. You know, I never had to shoot anyone, thank goodness, but I've had to talk to thousands and thousands of people and deal with not only the abuse that they're going through, but the abuse that was put on me physically and mentally as well.
After recent events of police brutality have been highlighted around the country, Vanderpoort says there needs to be better screenings for officers and more accountability. He hopes that those kinds of changes can be a step toward rebuilding the trust between law enforcement and their community.
Change is hard, you know, change is uncomfortable, but I think things have to change to or become stagnated, and maybe that's what has happened.
In Mattoon, Andy Olson, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Vanderpoort says he's working on another book about his time as an officer, but this one will be more focused on positive interactions with fellow officers and the community in his time with the force.
All right, dog walking forecast now. So clear conditions throughout the day, helping warm these temperatures up a little bit, but still about a degree below average. So we're staying nice and comfy today, as well as that humidity is on the lower side as well. So while things are clear and the ground isn't quite as warm as it was this past week, get those dogs out, get them some exercise before some precipitation moves on into the area for this next work week. Now again, temperatures on the comfortable side throughout the day. This cold front that moved in late last night, early this morning, is really doing us some favors. So low 80s, and then we're going to be dropping to actually the low 60s throughout the night, which we were actually into the 70s this past week for nighttime temperatures. So we're staying clear, less humid, a gorgeous start to the work week. Now the good news is it's been very dry the past week or so, but now we're going to be getting some precipitation, finally going to be helping out those crops. It is growing season, so we do need this precipitation. All of this rainfall we're expecting late Monday night, and it's really going to ramp up on Tuesday, so it's going to help really kind of saturate those grounds there, which is really going to help the growing season, as I was mentioning. Now, temperature-wise, we're pretty much staying on target here. Low 80s for us before a little bit of a warm-up on Thursday, and then below average temperatures there. So not too bad, as well as the muggy meter is staying on the lower side as well. But let's take a look at traffic right now. This is our live Neal Street camera where we're seeing clear skies. Again, nice flowing traffic. Not a whole lot of people on the roads as of yet. Again, it's Saturday morning. Most people are sleeping in or just not on the roads as of yet. Maybe enjoying some nice breakfast. But around lunch hour is when we are expecting the traffic to pick up. Now, I know some of you do like to travel on the weekend, so if you might be heading to the St. Louis airport, again, pretty similar to here in Champaign. Nice flowing traffic, clear skies, a little bit more hazy there, but still clear. And again, it's going to be ramping up a little bit this afternoon. So interstate travel has picked up since pre-COVID, so definitely want to stay aware on those roads, maybe go a little bit slower there as well. Jamie.
All right, thanks, Amelia. And you can download WCIA3 News, which is always on the go, so go to WCInews.com or download the WCIA News tab for headlines in Central Illinois. And still to come on the morning show, looking to get out of the house for some family fun, we have a list of events happening in Central Illinois you don't want to miss.
WCIA3 News is brought to you by Stouts Building Services.
It's time to make some Illinois. Dive deep into the top-rated app loaded up with bets. Sports betting is legal, and DraftKings at Casino Queen Sportsbook app is here. Sign up and get a bonus up to $1,000. Welcome to mile after magnificent mile of sports betting territory. It's a Midwest mecca, and for a limited time, you can get started right from home. Skokie gets stoked. Rockford be rockin'. Download America's top-rated sportsbook app today, and you can get a sign-up bonus up to $1,000.
There's a lot on the line. I'm in the Final Five.
It's win or go home.
All that stands between you and winning are a few obstacles.
I want to do this for my family. I want to do this for myself. I just want to give it my all.
I've been rediscovering who I am and parts of me that I have missed.
We really feel like we're a family.
After 20 jobs, only one of you will be crowned Tough as Nails champion. It is time to get to work.
Tough as Nails 2 hours season finale, Wednesday, 9/8 Central on CBS.
When you have computer issues, don't wait weeks to find out what's wrong with it. At Baldwin Bites, they'll guarantee a diagnosis on your computer in 48 hours or it's free.
Bring me your computer. If it isn't diagnosed within 48 hours, the diagnosis is free.
Not wearing a mask in public is like not wearing a seatbelt because no one else is.
Or not wearing a life jacket because it's uncomfortable.
Or not wearing a helmet because it's just one play.
Or not putting me in a car seat because we're only going down the block.
A mask is like anything that keeps us safe. It only works if you wear it.
So wear a mask when you're out in public because we're all safer and stronger when we go all in, Illinois.
We are quality residential and commercial fencing, roofing, siding, and more. We are all things exteriors. We are the fence that keeps your kids playing safe in the yard. And the new roof and siding that keeps your home protected from the elements. We are an experienced and professional team that can handle anything you send our way. We are SK Exteriors, installers of quality.
Chosen by the motivated, chosen by the hardworking, chosen by soybean growers everywhere. Stein Enlist E3 brand soybeans offer superior weed control, higher yield performance, and ease of use. Choose Stein soybeans because Stein has yield.
The news continues here on The Morning Show, your local news leader.
Looking for something fun to do this weekend? Here is a look at upcoming events in the area. Hot air balloons will be flying this weekend in Lincoln, Illinois. The festival will take place August 28th and 29th. It will start at 5 p.m. both days. And the first annual Black Business Expo is happening in Decatur. It's from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. in Central Park. And calling all heavy metal fans, Metallica will be returning to a stage for the first time since 2019. The Harvest Moon Drive-In Theater will be featuring a full set of their songs this Saturday night. The concert will be shot specifically for drive-in theaters. And actor Chadwick Boseman, who played Black icons Jackie Robinson and James Brown before finding fame as the regal Black Panther in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, died on Friday of cancer. His representative said he was 43 years old. Boseman died at his home in the LA area with his wife and family by his side. And streaming platforms may have become your best friend for entertainment in the past few months, but you can finally sit down in a theater again to watch a movie because the Champaign AMC has reopened. There's a new protocol in place right now. When you go to buy a ticket, the safety measures pop up and there's blocked seats for social distancing. After you reserve your seat online, it blocks the ones next to you. There's also a mask requirement except when eating and drinking. One film critic says the full experience is in front of the big screen. And here are some films that you can see in theaters or at home. Dean Richards has your latest in entertainment news.
So at the top of my movie reviews and home video picks are two most excellent old movie pals. Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter return as Bill and Ted face the music.
When your wives suggested couples therapy, do you think that this is what they had in mind?
Definitely. I mean, we're a couple of couples, right?
It's hard to believe the original Bill and Ted movies came out 31 years ago. Now the boys, middle-aged men, are back in another time-traveling adventure, still waiting to fulfill their rock and roll destiny, helped by their kids, historical figures, and a few musical legends. Bill and Ted Face the Music is mostly a nostalgic visit than anything else. Catch it now on demand. The personal history of David Copperfield is the latest incarnation of the Charles Dickens 1849 novel. It takes the essential elements of Copperfield, including the laughs that are usually left out, winds up being a well-acted story starring Dev Patel, Tilda Swinton, and Hugh Laurie. See it in theaters. Also open in theaters is The New Mutants, adapted from comic books that were spun off from Marvel's X-Men franchise. It's a teen asylum set psychological thriller from the director that gave us The Fault in Our Stars.
Candace got abducted by aliens and taken to another planet. When we step through this portal, we're going to be on an alien planet.
For the kids, there's Phineas and Ferb, the movie, Candace Against the Universe on Disney+. It's the animated pair's first non-cameo appearance in 5 years, this time focusing on their big sister. And similar to the Purge movies, where there's one day a year when it's legal to kill anyone you want, The Binge follows a bunch of newly turned 18-year-olds who can't wait for the one day a year when it's legal to use as much alcohol and drugs as you want. Vince Vaughn stars. You can take a taste of it on Hulu. On Amazon Prime, there's Get Duped, about a camping trip in the Scottish Highlands that turns into a fight for survival when 4 teenagers become prey for some vicious hunters.
I'm going to teach you the style of karate that was taught to me.
You're going to be my karate teacher?
No. I'm going to be your sensei.
And while you'll have to wait till 2021 to see season 3 of the popular series Cobra Kai, Netflix begins streaming the first 2 seasons of the Karate Kid spinoff this weekend. My documentary pick of the weekend is called Rising Phoenix. It follows 9 elite athletes from the 2016 Rio de Janeiro Paralympics and covers the game's evolution. You can see it now on Netflix. And for some much-needed laughs,
Mud to the damn D-E. That's right.
Tyler Perry's Medea character went from sold-out stage shows to a series of hit movies. Last year, Tyler retired the sassy senior with one final live theater tour. You can see the farewell play. It's showing now on BET+. In Chicago, I'm Dean Richards.
All right, well, this is going to be the last morning where temperatures are on the warmer side into the 70s still here. 73 in Champaign right now, also in Danville, already into the upper 70s in Paris, and mid-70s there in Mattoon. Again, the very last morning where we're going to be seeing a little bit of warmer temperatures here. Now, current dew point is on the downside compared to the past few days. That cold front is really helping us not only with the heat, but the humidity as well. So it is reading into the 60s and low 70s days as far as the moisture into the area, so still a little bit humid, but again, not quite as bad as the past few days. Now, as you're heading out the door this morning, maybe leave those light jackets behind because, again, it's still on the warmer side with these temperatures slowly climbing into the upper 70s and also the low 80s by around 11 a.m. Lunch hour around noon, finally going to be in the low 80s, but we're going to be staying on the comfortable side after that. So low 80s, a little bit cooler than the average high for this time of year. So 82 is what we're going to be hovering at into the later hours of our afternoon. And tonight, we are finally going to be seeing a night where temperatures are a little bit on the cooler side. We're going to be getting a break from these warmer temperatures, low 60s for us. So a cool night, less humidity, mostly clear, and we're going to be seeing another very gorgeous day as we go into tomorrow. So enjoy it while you can. Jamie, back to you.
The pandemic has changed how farmers run their business, how they are handling the ups and downs of farming during a pandemic.
Dear Summer, how do I make the most of you? Do I kick back and relax? Or climb new mountains? I could go and get dirty. Or switch into new lanes. One thing's for sure, it's gonna be great. Can't wait. Toyota.
Get 0% financing for 60 months on many of your favorite Toyota models, like Corolla, Camry, Avalon, or Prius. Toyota.
Bad sleep.
Oh, the worst.
You know, there's really no excuse for bad sleep. During the Labor Day sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or to celebrate our newest arrival, come in and test out the outrageously comfortable Casper mattress. Check out the Summit Queen, only $189.99. Plus 5 years, no interest, and free shipping. The Labor Day sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
WCIA3 is extending our town with a fall edition. Join us in September and October as we share stories from some of the best places in central Illinois. It's a half-hour special at 6:30 on these Fridays. September 11th from Effingham, September 25th from Mahomet, October 9th from Watseka, and October 23rd from Danville.
Sponsored by Illinois Pork Producers and Prairie Commons Business Collective. Be as cool and relaxed as these dogs. Let your friends at Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing install a new Lennox home comfort system for you. We offer special financing. Call or visit our website and ask about our latest offers on Lennox heating and cooling products. Call us today and ask about all the ways we can help take care of the indoor air quality in your home. Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing, your home's best friend.
Shop the Backyard Leisure pre-opening sale while we prepare to open our newest superstore from the Backyard Leisure's mobile relaxation station and save up to 50% on a huge selection of hot tubs and swim spas. Friday noon to 8 and Saturday 10 to 8 at our newest location, 1002 West Anthony, Champaign, Illinois.
A selection to fit any budget. Cabinet City Granite and Marble has the quality materials and excellent craftsmanship to help you create the rooms you've always wanted. Come visit our showroom in Tilton today and discover what Cabinet City can do for you.
Now, the morning show from your local news leader.
And it's good news and bad news for farmers when it comes to the USDA's most recent crop report. The COVID-19 pandemic is responsible for the ups and downs in the industries. News 18's Samantha Theek spoke with a local farmer about how the coronavirus has changed the way he runs his business.
The farming environment is already kind of a dangerous occupation, and it just makes you kind of take that one more step and think about safety a little bit more.
Greg Gilbert has been farming in Tippecanoe County for 16 years. He never imagined he'd be doing so during a pandemic.
Your frame of mind has kind of changed your work environment, how you go about your work environment.
That includes how to safely farm 4,000 acres of corn and soybeans.
Each individual had a dedicated tractor. If you couldn't do a dedicated tractor, you disinfect it real good before you utilize the equipment.
But COVID-19 has affected more than how Gilbert runs his business. He says a lower demand for corn has affected prices.
Kind of saw Cash corn prices there mid-March around $4, declining to around $3 now.
35 to 40% of all corn grown in the United States goes to the ethanol industry. And with Americans driving less due to quarantine, the need for ethanol is down. And that's changing the way farmers look at growing their business.
There's going to be less money available to perhaps rent that farm that's next to you, or less money available to purchase the land that's next to you.
Purdue agricultural economist Michael Lagnemeyer says soybean profits are about the same as what was expected before the pandemic, but it may take a while for corn prices to come back up.
So if you have low prices, that's going to perhaps reduce supply next year, and so the price can improve next year and the year after.
That's something Gilbert looks forward to. In the meantime, he's focusing on keeping his staff healthy.
Just operate with safety as your top priority, and everybody goes home at night. They're safe and sound.
Lagmeyer says COVID-19 is also impacting livestock, specifically pork. That's due to an increase in production. He also says there's been an increase in crop exports to other countries. And if you're still searching for sunflowers this summer, we'll tell you where to go in Champaign County.
WCIA 3 News is sponsored by Vermilion Chevrolet Buick GMC.
It's time to make some Illinois. Dive deep into the top-rated app loaded up with bets. Sports betting is legal, and DraftKings at Casino Queen Sportsbook app is here. Sign up and get a bonus up to $1,000. Welcome to mile after magnificent mile of sports betting territory. It's a Midwest mecca, and for a limited time, you can get started right from home. Skokie gets stoked. Rockford be rockin'. Download America's top-rated sportsbook app today, and you can get a sign-up bonus up to $1,000.
My husband needed hearing aids, and he chose Beltone. So I thought, well, I'll give them a try, and I love them. Beltone ranks very high in service. They clean your hearing aids, and it's a monthly service, and anytime anything shows up, they take care of it. I don't think it could be any better. I'm very happy with Beltone.
Beltone, helping the world hear better.
That's right, you'll find it at Mark's, and in stock and ready to deliver to your home. Tired of going to the big box stores only to hear we don't have it in stock? Well, you're gonna find it at Mark's. For grills, patio furniture, fire pits, umbrellas, even outdoor kitchens, Mark's has restocked their already great selection. For quality and selection, from extraordinary to your everyday, you're gonna find it at Mark's. Mark's Fireplace and Lighting and Outdoor Living.
You're gonna find it at Mark's.
Believe you me, we've seen a lot of mornings. And starting your morning with the small bits of cheese stuck to a McDonald's breakfast wrapper is the right way to start your morning.
Start your morning with 2 savory sausage McMuffin with egg sandwiches for just $4. McDonald's is still here to take your order.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
FanDuel's new Best Ball Leagues make it easy to play season-long fantasy. Draft once and FanDuel will optimize your lineup each week. But to make it even easier...
What's up, Jeff?
We hired head coach Jeff Fisher to help Tony on game days.
I've studied the matchups, I've adjusted for bye weeks and injuries, and I'm making paella.
But I'm allergic to shellfish.
You know I can't make it without shrimp.
Thank you, Jeff. You're doing a great job.
FanDuel's Best Ball. There's no easier way to play season-long fantasy. Leagues start at $1, and new users get a 20% bonus on your first deposit.
All right, what a gorgeous start to the weekend as high pressure is developing. Here's a quick look outside of downtown Champaign from our Bratcher Weather Eye camera for us. So clear skies again throughout central Illinois with temperatures a little bit on the warmer side. We are into the 70s where we should be into the 60s for low temperatures for this time of year. So leave those jackets at home. You won't need them until tomorrow morning. But keeping us cool is these winds from the northwest gusting around 20 miles per hour again from the northwest, but also helping keep those clouds clear out of the area. So today we are going to be warming up into the low 80s for us. 82 degrees, clear skies, very comfortable and less humid for us. So a cold front did move in late last night, keeping things a little bit more comfortable compared to this last week where we were into the 90s. And speaking of cool temperatures, tonight finally we are going to be into the 60s at 62 degrees, much cooler again compared to this last week. So cut cast time if you're looking to go outside and maybe cut the lawn, maybe do any outdoor activities such as golfing. This weekend is going to be definitely the days to do so because we do see some active weather, which is very much needed late Monday night and Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So lots of activity going on weather-wise, but I think we're in the clear for this weekend. Jamie.
All right, Amelia, so I might need my umbrella next week, but this weekend I'm fine, it looks like.
Keep it home for this weekend, but yeah, get it handy for next week.
Thank you. And a new attraction in Urbana has people stopping to snap a picture. WCIA3's Demi Ramirez is back with us. Demi, where exactly are people going?
Jamie, a massive field of sunflowers has taken over the west side of Stone Creek area in Urbana. The Atkins Group planted the sunflowers as a transition crop. It's normally a cornfield. They say they wanted to spread some joy in the community. A maze and walking path has been cut through the flowers, and it's in the shape of the University of Illinois' eye.
Oh, I think it's a great decision. I think it adds a lot of beauty, and rather than just the land go to waste or whatever they were going to do with it, I think this is a great idea.
There are more than 40 acres of sunflowers, and they're expected to last a couple of more weeks. The Atkins Groups ask anybody who visits the field to be respectful of the flowers. Anyone is welcome to visit the field, and just a reminder, if you are planning a visit, that the flowers attract bees, so just be careful, and also don't forget your camera. It's a sight that you don't want to miss.
All right, thanks, Demi. And it's time for our trending topics of the day. We're talking about a digital detox, a kitten on wheels, and breakfast cereal. A Salt Lake City company is willing to pay you $1,000 to do a 48-hour digital detox. If you're interested in overcoming Zoom fatigue, this is a contest that will pay you to go offline in an RV at one of America's national parks. They won't supply you with the RV, but they will reimburse you for the rental if you win, separate from the $1,000 prize. At the end of the 48 hours, satellite internet will provide the winner with a digital hotspot to reconnect from wherever they are. Then they are expected to share their digital detox offline experience online. I think it sounds easy enough, but Amelia, when was the last time you went 48 hours without any screen time?
Oh man, probably back when I was in middle school. Honestly, these cell phones nowadays, hey, you can't miss out on the things on social media, but sounds like a free paid vacation.
Yeah.
That, right?
Yeah.
Really nice.
That sounds really hard. I don't know the last time I went 2 hours without watching anything.
On your
digital.
phone,
nope.
Right? Just today's generation. We need to get back to just being out without phones there. All right, here's a story that's sure to put a smile on your face. Meet Paddington, a cute kitten with a strong will to survive. A family found him under their shed and brought him into Charlottesville SPCA. The 4-month-old is only able to use his front legs. Oh, so cute. So a vet assistant at the clinic made him a wheelchair to help him live his best life. And we're told Paddington is doing just that despite his condition. The feline is a ball of energy. The clinic is looking for someone to adopt him, but warn future parents to be ready to get smothered with loads of affection. How cute. I know, Jamie, you're not a huge animal person. We were literally just talking about that over the break, but you can't help but smile at that, right? That's just so cute.
Yeah. Paddington is cute, but yeah, I don't know.
She's not a huge animal person. I'm the animal lover in this room.
Yeah, if it was a dog, I'd be more into that. But I think he's super cute.
Definitely
That's
cute.
really, really nice that they helped him in that way.
Definitely a sweet story there.
Yeah. And someone's breakfast dreams are coming true. General Mills, which makes Lucky Charms, will be selling pouches of the famous marshmallows as a limited time item beginning in September. Just Magical marshmallows will be sold in 6-ounce packages for $3.99, featuring the 8 flavors typically included in cereal boxes. It's the first time the Lucky Charms marshmallow pouches will be available nationwide, and it was not immediately clear how long the product would remain available.
Ooh, I love Lucky Charms, and specifically because of the marshmallows. So the fact that there's going to be something with just marshmallows, look at that. It's a dream come true.
Yeah, I feel the opposite.
See, she doesn't like animals. She doesn't like the sugar. All right, I'm the sugar freak here.
Why not just buy some sugar? Like,
Well,
I don't know.
You get the flavors from each one. See the different colors? They're different flavors.
Yeah.
They're my
I don't know.
favorite. So for those of you kids, I'm right there with you. I love the Lucky Charms, especially the marshmallows. You're not alone.
All right. On sports will be up next.
WCIA3 News is sponsored by Champaign Ford City.
As a second-generation business with second-generation employees, we are seeking a fast-paced, experienced technician to take care of our second- and third-generation customers. Take control of your income and apply on Facebook at Ron's Truck Auto.
You're passionate about education. As an elementary school teacher, you've helped individual students reach their full potential one at a time. By earning a master's degree in education administration from Grand Canyon University, you could advance your career and impact the future of all the students. What do you think making a difference in education looks like? GCU offers over 175 high-quality online programs like this one. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu.
Remember when you were little and your mom said, clean your room, and you said, I don't want to, and your mom said, do it anyway? Or when you were older and driving and your dad said, wear your seatbelt, and you replied, I don't want to, and dad said, do it anyway. Well, this is a do it anyway moment. When you're out in public, wear a mask. You may not want to, but you can help protect others if you happen to be infected. So do it anyway and do your part. Sponsored by the Illinois Department of Public Health and IEMA. Aired in cooperation with IBA and this station.
Not wearing a mask in public is like not wearing a seatbelt because no one else is.
Or not wearing a life jacket because it's uncomfortable.
Or not wearing a helmet because it's just one play.
Or not putting me in a car seat because we're only going down the block.
A mask is like anything that keeps us safe. It only works if you wear it.
So wear a mask when you're out in public because we're all safer and stronger when we go all in, Illinois.
We are quality residential and commercial fencing, roofing, siding, and more. We are all things exteriors. We are the fence that keeps your kids playing safe in the yard. And the new roof and siding that keeps your home protected from the elements. We are an experienced and professional team that can handle anything you send our way. We are SK Exteriors, installers of quality.
Lulu and I have been coming to Angel Paws for about a year now. She always looks great. She's always got a cute little haircut, just really friendly. I really like to support small businesses, so I really enjoy coming here.
For pet grooming and sitting, trust Angel Paws.
A full life, measured in seats, starts with the right ones early on. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Learn how to prevent deaths and injuries by using the right car seat for your child's age and size.
All right, it's cutcast time for those of you wanting to mow your lawns or get outside. The next few days are going to be gorgeous, just like today. High pressure is going to be developing, bringing us clear skies both for your Saturday and also for your Sunday, but also for the first half of your day on Monday. And then a slight low pressure system will be making its way in late on Monday. So I do have it still in the good category because the first half of the day is looking to be dry. And the good news is we are finally going to be getting some active weather with some rainfall for your Tuesday when things really ramp up for us, and also during the day on Wednesday. Now, temperature-wise, we're staying pretty much on target as far as low temperatures go. We're going to be into the 80s, and then a little bit of a cold front will be moving in by next weekend, bringing us to the 70s, so not too bad of a forecast overall. Jamie.
All right, thanks, Amelia. And it was a much different sight this weekend on football fields across Illinois. This was scheduled to be week 1 of Friday Football Fever. And this morning's Sports Short, Brett Behrens brings you your Saturday morning sports.
Fields are dark across Illinois last night on what was scheduled to be week 1 of Friday Football Fever. The IHSA postponed high school football until the spring with no guarantee of a state series. Meanwhile, just across the border in Indiana, they're playing last night. Already into week 2 of their season, we head to Cayuga. South Vermilion facing North Vermilion. It didn't take long for the fireworks to start. Second play of the game, South Vermilion star quarterback Anthony Garzolini bombs away to Peyton Hawkins. 62 yards for the score before the fans were even in their seats, 7-0. Same duo hook up next possession. Garzolini to Hawkins, 19 yards. This time, 14-0 game. Garzolini's good, not great, though, on this play. He gets greedy, forces the ball into the end zone. That gets picked off by Owen Burns. Ensuing drive, right back to the air. A beautiful pass to Joey Shue. It fits in the corner of the end zone. Garzolini throws for 5 touchdowns, 283 yards. South Vermilion wins it 49-0. Its first win over the North Side since 2009, and the Wildcats' first 2-0 start in 11 years. High school football in states surrounding Illinois is no doubt tough for players, coaches, and fans. All bordering states playing this fall except for Illinois, of course. The National Federation of State High School Associations reports 17 states are not playing this fall, while 14 have no changes to their schedules. For local coaches like Fisher's Jake Palmer, they're trying to figure out what to do on Friday nights.
I'll say I haven't thought about it a whole lot. My wife's thought about it a lot. So we're going to be spending Friday night together in a little bit different fashion than what it normally is on a Friday, being at the ball field. So it's really been hot this week, and usually have those kind of dog days of August, and that's what I was thinking earlier this week when it was 105-degree heat index. I'm thinking, this is when we should be practicing. Just the fact that, man, we should be getting ready for week 1 right now, and we're not going to be playing.
The first game scheduled for high school football in Illinois is March 5th. That's a look at your Saturday morning sports. I'm Brett Behrens. We'll send it back to you.
We'll be back after this.
When you want to work in your garden or just be outside, check in with WCIA3's weather team for their 7-day forecast. Sponsored by Edelman. When you need to know what the weather will be today, tomorrow, or this week, you can count on Chief Meteorologist Kevin Leidy, Adam Claybon, Jack Gervin, and Amelia Henderson to give you the most accurate forecast. They'll help you plan your week with a 7-day forecast from WCIA3, your local weather leader. Sponsored by Edelman Electric Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling.
When everything is changing, you need a store that's a constant. A store with brands you love and value you need, where you can pick up and drive up. A store that puts your health and safety first and is always here to help. Kohl's, here today, here to stay.
At Memorial, we're ready. Ready for the road ahead with new ways to get care. We're also safe with more cleaning and screening at all facilities. And now it's time to go. Don't put off getting the care you need. Whether it's a routine visit, surgery, or specialized care, it's ready, safe, go at Memorial. Visit safewithmemorial.com today to learn more.
Cabinet City Granite and Marble can custom create and fit any countertop design for your home or business. Combining a state-of-the-art fabrication facility and precise measuring tools allows them to get it right the first time, seamlessly. Contact Cabinet City today.
This is very exciting.
We haven't done this in a minute, huh?
Queer Eye's Carson Kressley and Cayenne Douglas reunite.
You've got it, honey. Flaunt it.
To surprise a single mom with a makeover so fabulous.
Wow, look at that.
It brings everyone to tears.
I'm literally crying.
Plus, not 1, but 2 date night worthy dinners.
Ah, there they are!
Mixed Rachel.
Monday at 3 on WCIA3. Weather is the most important information for planning your day. So tune in to WCIA3's forecast first. Weather is a priority, so we bring it to you first at the beginning of each newscast with the most accurate forecast in Central Illinois, certified by WeatherRate. You can count on your storm team with Chief Kevin Lighty, Adam Claybon, Jack Gerfen, and Amelia Henderson for your forecast first. Sponsored by Matex, Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. WCIA3, your local weather leader.
All right, we will be featuring a few animals from around Central Illinois who need adopted. But with COVID-19, just like everything else, a few things have changed. I spoke with the Champaign County Humane Society to find out how you can continue to adopt. All right, so I'm with the Champaign County Humane Society, April, who is here with a few pets to talk about. But first, we're going to talk about how COVID, of course, has affected all of us in some way, shape, or form. And, of course, that goes into adoption as well. So lots of pets still need to be adopted right now, April. How has COVID-19 affected the whole adoption process?
Yeah, so usually our adoptions, people walk in and can look through our animals, and if they find one that they think might be a good fit for their family, they get to spend some time with them. With COVID, we do have to limit the amount of people that we have in the shelter.
With COVID-19, has the adoption process been limited, or are there still a lot of animals? Are there more animals because of this? So just kind of talk me through that.
Our numbers are always higher during the summer. We are not at maximum capacity, which is great, and our adoption held steady. So we are happy with the amount of animals that we're seeing leave the shelter and go into homes.
I told you all I'm the animal lover in the room. So tomorrow on the morning show, we will be featuring our first animal up for adoption, a loving dog named Jake. For more information on adoptions, you can head to our website at WCIA.com.
And they say not all heroes wear capes. And a group of hospital workers in Louisiana is proving just that. Up next.
I'm Christy Batista. Lola and I love exploring the communities of Central Illinois, but really the best thing about it is meeting you and being able to tell your stories. Trust WCIA3, your local news leader.
This job search tip is brought to you by the WCIA3 Job Board.
The first step to any successful job search is to have an updated and accurate resume. Be sure employers who research your resume find it to be complete and accurate. A few wrong dates or bad information can quickly disqualify you from the process.
Go to WCIA.com and find your next job today. WCIA3 News is sponsored by Champaign Ford City.
Shields Summer Clearance is going on now at Shields Auto Center in Rantoul. Save over $11 grand on this new Ford F-150 or get 0 for 72. Plus the Ford Promise Loan Forgiveness Program if you're laid off. Visit Shields' new location in Rantoul for great summer deals.
Here's some great news. One stop for all car and truck repairs. Plus a great tire selection. Tires Plus is tires plus routine auto maintenance. Plus electrical work. Plus brake service. Plus air conditioning repairs. Plus check engine light diagnosis. Plus tire rotation. The Plus isn't everything they do, and they'll match any locally advertised prices. There's so much Plus, we ran out of time to tell you about the great selection of tires. Tires Plus and all Tires Plus Auto Care. They fix everything.
It's time to make some Illinois. Dive deep into the top-rated app loaded up with bets. Sports betting is legal, and DraftKings at Casino Queen Sportsbook app is here. Sign up and get a bonus up to $1,000. Welcome to mile after magnificent mile of sports betting territory. It's a Midwest mecca, and for a limited time, you can get started right from home. Skokie gets stoked. Rockford be rocking. Download America's top-rated sportsbook app today, and you can get a sign-up bonus up to $1,000.
If I got hurt and was laid up at home, I wouldn't even think to call a lawyer. What a hassle. I'd want to meet them first.
What if I told you that for your first consultation, we'll come to you, home or hospital?
Really? They do that?
We'll come visit you at your home or hospital, whatever's easiest for you. Seriously injured? Call Konoski Bresny. We'll represent you to get the fairest and fullest compensation you deserve.
Shields summer clearance now at Shields Auto Center in Rantoul. Buy new for the price of pre-owned. Dodge Journey start at $19,995. This new 2019 fully loaded Ram truck for $32,530. Visit Shields' new location in Rantoul for great summer deals.
All right, well, a beautiful morning across central Illinois. It's a good day to leave those light jackets at home. You're not going to need them until tomorrow morning because temperatures are still on the warmer side, but we are going to be staying mild as we head into the afternoon hours where we're going to be hovering at the low 80s, a few degrees below where we should be. So pretty comfortable, as well as the humidity is staying on the low side as well. So this cold front that made its way in late last night, early this morning, is really taking effect today. So we are going to be in the pleasant range all weekend, a little bit higher humidity for the work week with that precipitation moving in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, which is very much needed for those crops. Now we'll have another look at weather and also news right after this.
WCIA3 News is sponsored by Champaign Ford City. This job search tip is brought to you by the WCIA3 Job Board.
References can be your best advocates during a job search. Be sure you pick references who are in your corner and will speak to your best qualities. It's not always critical to use your last boss. Find the best people who have worked by your side and who know what an asset you can be.
Go to WCIA.com and find your next job today.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our final boarding call to enjoy non-stop routes to summer in a new Nissan.
And don't miss the 2020 Nissan Bottom Line Sales Event. Get a low $273 per month lease on Nissan Sentra.
Thousands of memories will be placed on that end table. So choose one that will hold those memories longer. When you buy right, it stays right. Year after year. Into the next generation. Wright's Furniture and Flooring, making you right at home.
WCIA3 is extending our town with a fall edition. Join us in September and October as we share stories from some of the best places in central Illinois. It's a half-hour special at 6:30 on these Fridays. September 11th from Effingham, September 25th from Mahomet, October 9th from Watseka, and October 23rd from Danville.
Sponsored by Illinois Pork Producers and Prairie Commons Business Collective.
For years, iMart Express has provided quality eyewear and same-day service to your community. With sights set on the path forward, we continue to rally together to keep your future in focus. Get 2 pairs of single-vision glasses for under $40 and 2 pairs of progressives for under $80. We've implemented additional measures to ensure the safety of everyone that comes into our stores. We thank our local heroes for your dedication to our community. For more information, visit imartexpress.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our final boarding call to enjoy non-stop routes to summer in a new Nissan.
And don't miss the 2020 Nissan Bottom Line Sales Event. Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 13 models.
Bathroom remodeling made effortless.
A swim team in Springfield says its pool's proposed schedule isn't fair. The private club, the Bullets, said in the latest draft of the schedules, the team is being singled out and only allowed to practice in the early morning around 5:30 a.m. or late at night around 9. The Bullets practiced at the pool for years, but feel a new team is getting preferential treatment.
So it's not just our team that is getting new swim times, it's also the high school teams. They're being asked to practice, 2 of the teams are being asked to practice late at night also.
The Park District does not have an official schedule for the pool. Only drafts have been released so far. And crisis nurseries throughout central Illinois are dedicated islands of safety. They provide 24-hour emergency care for families in need. Now, one Champaign woman is giving back with a grateful heart. Storyteller Erin Valley caught up with her at the Crisis Nursery in Urbana.
At Crisis Nursery in Urbana, a team of women pause for a quick photo.
Perfect.
Unload boxes from a car.
It's just so hard to get that cart in the door.
And move inside. At the nursery, they rummage through hundreds of children's books.
Yeah, these are super good books.
All donated as a way to say thank you.
He was in the hospital for 46 days, and that's extremely stressful for anyone and for any family.
Last September, Tracy Ehler's father suffered a brain aneurysm that left him in the hospital for over 6 weeks. Tracy, a new mom to twins, found herself in need of emergency child care, so she brought her girls to Crisis Nursery to be looked after while she cared for her father.
They were there for me. It was as simple as a phone call.
After her dad recovered, Tracy thought of how she could express her gratitude. So she decided to create a book drive to benefit the nursery.
It just seemed like a really great opportunity to be able to give back.
Tracy took to Facebook and added her friends to a page. She shared with them her goal of donating 300 books and asked for their help.
I'm like, okay, yeah, let's do it.
One of those friends was Callie Hopper, who helped Tracy partner with Usborne Books. The publishing company agreed to match the group's donations with $550. And as a result, the team crushed their goal of 300 books and donated 440.
Listen, when Tracy puts her mind to something, it's going to happen. And we are so appreciative of her at Crisis Nursery.
And it's not too late to order books for Crisis Nursery. For anyone looking to donate, we've got you connected to the wish list online at CILiving.com, and tune in to CI Living weekdays at 4 for more of Erin's stories. Thank you for joining us.